Denis Vasilev. We'll give a shot for ALPACA. We'll see how it'll go. Complete imitation. 3 pairs of 32s on the sled. 42 feet section wall. I don't have a full field, so I will be going back and forth, but same distance. So let's see how we go. okay, I survived alpaca. If you allow me, guys, let me share my experience as a kettlebell lifter. So 816. So that's about in between 21st and 22nd place. What guys did on CrossFit Games. And well, have slightly different conditions. I have 42 feet length of the grass, so I was turning. I don't know, maybe if it was a full field, if I not needs to turn it, maybe it was second sled, but it's anyways, you know, in between 21st and 22nd place, which probably will not put me really into position to advise, because even in kettlebell sport, we're saying, you know, if it comes to technique, the best technique is the one that wins. And if guys were able to go first 10 guys under 7 minutes, they probably know what they're doing. However, there was many more guys, and well, my result landed, you know, after 21st place before 22nd, and some of the guys was over 10 minutes. And what I've noticed that guys who had trouble with this circuit, with this workout on CrossFit Games, they mostly were struggling with bells. Like they all looks fairly comfortable with the sled, and if someone gets slowed down, he gets slowed down with kettlebells. Where my experience here is that long cycle for me very comfortable exercise for me to do, and I for sure, if I can do it something different, I can go even faster than that, not slower than that. I was going 12 repetitions a minute, so I perform my kettlebell sport, long cycle, about as fast as champion guys on this ALPACA challenge on CrossFit Games. I've managed 20 reps in about 1 minute 40 seconds, and pace 12 reps a minute, and then 15 reps I've managed a little bit over a minute. I think it was about a minute 15. And then 10 reps I've managed in about 45 seconds. So I feel for sure I can be more endure. I feel for sure I can have a little bit more strength to pull the sled a bit faster. Well, general endurance. So when it comes to technique, of course, especially kettlebell sport athletes, they've noticed that CrossFit guys performing clean and jerk, or what we call a long cycle, differently. Well, but first of all, there are reasons for that, because in kettlebell sport, we're not allowed to wear gloves or any stripes, and guys were using a leather stripes, like gymnastic straps, so they wasn't worried about blisters and kettlebell twisting, and well, it was allowed by the rules, so why not? And they were performing jerk from the shoulders, and in kettlebell sport it's simply not allowed, so that's why we're not doing that. And well, it's allowed in CrossFit Games, so they are doing it. But none of athletes in CrossFit Games were using the right position, and I think that's something, that's the miss. I think if they will be using a rack position, even together with the shoulder rack, I think they simply, well, the guys who were on the first place, they for sure were able to spare some energy if they were able to perform a rack position. And the guys who were in the last places, well, they simply had a better chances to perform all these exercises. If you notice, I never took a break, you know, 20 reps or 15 reps or 10 reps, because I used to go for 10 minutes non-stop. So I'm really comfortable with this style. And well, if I try to demonstrate the styles that guys were using on the CrossFit, that was something like that. So when kettlebell balanced on the shoulder, it's super easy jerk. It's very short, but it's quite a challenge to balance it here, because it's a round ball and it's standing on top of your round shoulder. So of course it's going all over the place, especially if you're tired. So there is no really like a comfortable spot for it to stabilize it, and that's what just wasting your energy standing here. So you might kind of have slightly flat bottom, so you can place bottom on the shoulder. It's a little bit more comfortable, but it's still far away from the comfort you have in the rack position when you allow your shoulders kind of move forward, and when you place elbows on the pelvis. So when it's here, that's it. You breathe here. And then you're using your legs like, well, CrossFit guys, they're familiar with the clean and jerk with the barbell, so they know what's the bump and the undersquat. So the same story here. Undersquat, boom, correct position. Easy, toe fixation. Well, even if you want to use the shoulder rack, well, catch your breath in the rack and then roll them on the shoulder. And then go to the toe fixation. So if you're allowed to use a shoulder rack, you go for it, but if on top of that you will let rack, you will not lose the time, but you will win in the energy more. Your breathing will be easier. Well, and lastly is the hand insertion. Well, again, well, even if you use a leather straps, they probably secure your hand a bit, but still, if you're grabbing the handle tight from the swing to the rack, it's breaking your wrist. This heavy kettlebell, right? The weight is behind the wrist, is pulling it back. So what kettlebell sport guys do is we stick our wrist deeper, so the weight pushing on the root of the wrist. So this way forearms are quite relaxed. Well, and luckily in this exercise, well, in this ALPACA circuit was no any other grip related exercises, although it seems like it's supposed to be a rope, especially it was rainy. So if they had a rope and if rope was after a long cycle, well, many guys might be in trouble because they totally waste their grip doing a long cycle without proper hand insertion. But with this hand insertion, see, I'm able to shake my fingers, so my forearms totally fine. Well, especially doing such a by kettlebell sport standards, it's very low amount of repetitions. It's totally nothing. Like we might start feel our grip after 60 reps in a row with no break, without any straps. But 15, 20, 10 reps, like honestly, I don't need the straps at all. I'm totally fine. I'm not tearing my hands, anything, so it's totally comfortable. So I think that if CrossFit guys will be able to adapt rack position and hand insertion, so the whole situation might be, well, it probably will be hard to beat the winner result. Although he might shave a couple seconds maybe, you know, if he will not be putting bells down, you know, during the kettlebell sets and, you know, by having a rack position, but maybe just a few. It's an extraordinary result. It's a huge respect to guys who won this challenge. But I'm talking about guys who landed like, you know, 4 minutes behind. So if they will do a proper rack position and hand insertion, so they might get much closer to winner results. So that's my vision of ALPACA workout. I think it's great. Yeah, I think I'll be using it as my GVP because it's the sled really activating the quads, and that's the muscles we need for kettlebell sport. That's a bump, it's accelerating pull, so I like it. I like it a lot, but it's a kick-ass workout. Huge respect to all of you guys who was on the CrossFit Games. Congratulations to you. And again, I'm just here to wishing you the best, and you know, I hope these tips might be useful and you will do even better next time.